So talking of Matilda, I think I did email you to tell you this, but it's happened since the last time I saw you. We'd seen it. We saw a very early preview, me and my wife, and then we took Phoebe to see it, and then we took Phoebe and Ernie to see it. And Ernie is autistic and has ADHD and doesn't really settle very well, but he got all the way through the first half. And then in the second half, when
he lost his mind.
No, he was good. When they're singing "When I Grow Up," the kids all sing it when I grow up, and they're imagining what they'll do when they're grown up. And it's a beautiful song. It's one of my favourite of your whole songs. Then the teacher, Miss Honey, sings "When I Grow Up."
He goes, "You're already grown up."
He shouted, "Today you're already grown up," and everyone laughed. And then he went, "Well, she is." It was one of the.
See it and say it.
It was just so beautiful. And then he got too bored and had to leave. And I sat in Cafe Nero with him. I'm quite annoyed.
Well, and it's hard once a kid said something in a crowded room, realise that everyone laughed, and then they're like, their brain's like, "Oh, okay, what is this?" They either are humiliated, or they're like, there might be another opportunity to get a laugh and attention. So suddenly they're a little spectrum-y celebrity in a room of crowded room, and that's hard.
But it was lovely. It was, I was annoyed that I missed most of the second half. But it was, it's lovely to have that. I mean, it's such a beautiful musical. You must be so proud of it. But isn't it amazing? It's
15 years, yeah.
It's going to go on forever.
Yeah, I wasn't sure, but I think it looks like
same theatre.
It will just keep going. Yeah, it's been 15 years at the Cambridge, and next year actually we're going to, for the first time in 15 years, apart from COVID, let the theatre go dark for a couple of weeks, and we're actually going to put in some new kit.
Right.
Some new sound and lights, and just because the PA's been hanging there for 15 years,
Amazing,
it's well maintained, but so that's really exciting. We're kind of doubling down, and the tour at the moment, which I think's in Bristol or might be in Dublin this week. I saw it in Southampton a couple of weeks ago, and it's banging.
Great.
You sometimes think, well, the tour, it doesn't have the lifts and the hydraulics and it is really good on tour. I was really excited to see how it is commensurate with the West End show, which is great because these days, I mean, who can afford to come to London with their family, accommodate them, and go to a musical?
Yes,
So the tour is very important to us on a sort of
that's great
philosophical.
I mean, it's again when it's a big show like that. I saw was it Inside Number 9, which is again a very technical show and way more involved than it needed to be, and way better than it needed to be. But it was fantastic.
Yeah.
But they had this very intricate set and videos and all that sort of stuff. And I saw it in Stoke. I was up there doing a TV job, so we went to see it in the evening. I'd been in it, so I hadn't seen the first half, and just so amazing to see like a proper show put on, all around the country to do it properly. It's great.
Yeah.
Really good.
It's really worth it.
Have you got to the point where any of the Matilda's children have played Matilda? That's got to come up.
Well, I think that would be early if that was if one of the Matildas had a 9-year-old, they would have.
Yeah, it's too early so far.
It's too early. Not physically, but
I mean, not
but I did see one of our original Matildas who I adore at Groucho the other night. Right. She's just like a fully grown human person.
Of course.
Well, except that she's tiny, absolutely tiny, because our Matildas tend to be tiny.
Right.
Because you want them to look sort of 7 or 8, and be old enough to play the role. So they often come from small families, and they grow up. You're like, you're all grown up-ish, They're the size of their mum, So Adriana, just absolute ball of joy.
Amazing. It's such.
But 26 or something like that.
Yeah.
27.
It's amazing, and the film was so incredible. And there's that the end scene of the film where they rebel and the kids are. There's an incredible
the revolting children dance number. Yeah, so that went sort of viral on TikTok.
Yeah,
TikTok.
It is astonishing.
Ellen Kane's Corrie and this amazing tracking shot. And a banging arrangement. Chris Nightingale went back in and orchestrated it in the way that when a musical you've got 11 musicians and we're purists, so there's very little track or anything. The musicals often have a lot of pre-recorded stuff. Matilda's pretty amazingly real, But yeah, Chris, they're like, well, you're going to be recording the soundtrack to this film at, I don't think it was Abbey Road, but maybe Air Studios, and you can have a 50-piece orchestra. And he's like, come on, it sounds amazing. And then the movie also had a new song, which I really, You Were Still Holding My Hand at the end of the movie,
Oh, yes. Yeah.
which I wrote for the film, and I really like it. I mean, I don't think we're going to put it in the stage show because they are distinct things, but I really like that moment. Yeah.
Well, it's so good to. I mean, how much were you involved in the film? You just.
It's COVID. I couldn't even come across.
Right.
I mean, I found them the other day. These videos. I did a video of every song.
Right.
Well, a good chunk of every song, and sent them to Matthew and Chris to go. I just did an experiment about how much we could speed up each song, because in a theatre, if you're going, we are revolting children living in revolting times, we sing. Because then you go, never again will you get the best of me. Never again will you take away my freedom. And we won't forget the day we fought, or whatever that lyric is. We can SPL how we like. If enough of us are wrong, wrong is right. There's a tempo at which, on stage, dancing kids, out of breath, microphone in their hair, competing with 11 musicians and Ernie yelling and crinkling his crackers. There's a tempo at which we need it to be so that everyone hears every word. Now, if the kids in the dance in the movie are just mouthing because it's all pre-recorded,
Yes.
and the mix is perfect and it's all, then you can go, you can SPL how we like. If enough of us are wrong, wrong is right. And ORTY. And you can, so I just did all these videos because you want it to be a bit more front-footed and stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, I did that sort of shit, like tempo experimentation and discipline for children who aren't listening, for maggots who are twittering and wittering in history. That thing, like, again, on stage, there's a tempo because the guy has to breathe.
Yes.
But he doesn't have to breathe in the studio. Cut it out. Okay, just do the second line now. Put it. So it's discipline.
That's interesting. I would never have thought of that, but that's amazing.
Is it interesting?
Yeah, I think it is. Well, I think it is.
You might have noticed it's interesting to me.
I think it is. But I love it. Look, I don't usually get to talk to the people who've put together these kind of things. And it's such a. I mean, there's things where there's comedy and stuff I can watch and go, I know how this was done, and I could have a crack at doing this.
Yeah.
I obviously do not know how you do
Yeah,
what you do, and I could
musicals
not have a crack
seem like magic tricks if you're not.
Yes.
But it's obviously there's nothing special about any art form except that in the case of a musical, a lot of people have had to have started their journeys a long time ago to be at a point where the lightning in a bottle that happened with Matilda can happen, because you have to take the history of Chris Nightingale all the way back to school and studying organ at wherever he went to college, and you have to take Rob Howell's journey all the way back to his first sketches, the designer, and everyone has just, we're all just plumbers, but we are plumbers who have obsessed over a discrete element of the craft for a long time, And so when you put it all together and everyone's communicating and collaborating and love each other and care, and there's no producer telling them, oh, well, the last thing I saw had this, so you better put that, none of that bullshit, then if you're lucky, like I was so incredibly lucky, then the thing seems a little bit indistinguishable from a magic trick.
Yes, I think it's true. But you can tell that level's gone into it, and it is, and it's proper. When you go and see a stand-up comedian in a theatre for 50 quid, you think, this isn't. I don't need spending this much money on it. But at least when you go to see something like, you go, okay, I can see where the money's been spent. Some of it's going into Tim Minchin's pocket. That's fine. I
can tell you how much it is, and it's been very good to me over the years.
Sure
but per ticket, to listen to my songs all night, I think you're paying me 15p or something like that. So don't worry too much.
I'm going to double it.
Yeah, if you could leave me a tip. But it costs so. I think. I mean, this is Matilda. I won't do the numbers because it's crass and no one's business. But if Matilda's not basically pretty damn full, 8 times a week in a 1,300 seat theatre, it can't wash its own face.
No.
And a lot of the year, it is not.
Right.
And then you have summer and you kind of claw your way back up to, So I mean, people do very well out of long-running musicals because of the sheer volume. But yeah, it is a real problem how expensive tickets are. But it's not because someone's gouging a bunch. It is because the expenses of everything goes up and up.
You can see that.
I mean, it's over 500 quid to stay in a 4-star hotel in London for a night.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what the economic mechanism by which that has A, become possible, and B, that generates enough humans that can pay that for a bed for a night. It's fucking bonkers. Anyway, sorry, this is super boring. I'm just like, how does this economy work? It's so weird.
But otherwise,
this is an economics podcast.
This
right?
is economic. Yeah. I'm very interested in how much money you're making, and even 15p a ticket's good enough for me. I'd take that. I'll take 5p a ticket.
I don't know if it is that. Someone's going to do the maths and
it's
come up with
£500 a ticket.